Listen to me. 6 months. That's all I need. 6 months of your commitment, your focus, and your energy, and I promise you, your life will never be the same. I'm not talking about small improvements. I'm talking about transformation. The kind that makes people look at you and ask, what happened? But here's the catch. You have to show up. You have to be willing to push yourself harder than you ever have. Are you ready? Because this isn't about hoping things will change. It's about making them change. First, commit to massive action. No more excuses, no more waiting for the right time. The right time is now. If you're tired of feeling stuck, tired of settling, then it's time to do something different. Change doesn't come from thinking about it, it comes from doing. Second, reprogram your mindset. Your beliefs shape your life. If you keep telling yourself, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, guess what? You're right. But if you start telling yourself, I am unstoppable, I am capable, and I will not quit, your entire world shifts. What you believe, you become. Third, master your daily habits. You don't get results from what you do once in a while. You get results from what you do every single day. The most successful people aren't the ones who have more talent. They're the ones who have better habits. What you do in private will show in public. Fourth, surround yourself with the right people. If you're constantly around negativity, around people who doubt you, who don't push you to grow, then you'll stay where you are. Find people who inspire you, who challenge you, who hold you accountable to your goals. Fifth, develop unshakable discipline. Motivation is great, but let me tell you something. It won't always be there. There will be days you don't feel like showing up. That's when discipline kicks in. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. That's the key to real success. And finally, push past your limits. Your comfort zone is the enemy. The moment you feel resistance, the moment you feel fear, that's when you push harder. Because on the other side of that discomfort is everything you've ever wanted. 6 months. That's all I ask. If you commit, truly commit, you won't even recognize yourself when you look in the mirror. You'll be stronger, sharper, more confident than ever before. This isn't just motivation. This is your new reality, if you're willing to claim it. So, are you in? Because the clock starts. Listen, if you want to change your life in 6 months, you have to commit to massive action, not half-hearted attempts, not I'll try or maybe later. You have to go all in. Because let me tell you something, success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who step up and make it happen. Massive action means cutting out excuses. No more blaming circumstances. No more waiting for the right time. The right time is now. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? How many times have you put your dreams on hold, waiting for things to magically fall into place? That ends today. Because nothing changes until you decide to change it. Think about the people who have transformed their lives. They didn't sit around hoping for a miracle. They didn't let fear or doubt hold them back. They took bold, aggressive action. They made decisions that scared them, pushed themselves beyond their limits, and refused to settle for anything less than greatness. And you can do the same. It starts with clarity. What do you want? Not a vague idea. Get specific. What does success look like for you? What kind of life do you want to wake up to 6 months from now? Because if you don't have a clear vision, you won't have the drive to take action. Write it down, see it, feel it, and then commit to making it real. But here's the key. Massive action isn't just about effort. It's about strategy. You can work hard all day long, but if you're working on the wrong things, you'll stay stuck. Focus on what actually moves the needle. What's going to make the biggest impact? What's going to get you results the fastest? Prioritize those things and go after them relentlessly. And when you hit obstacles, and you will, don't stop. Most people quit the second things get hard. That's why they never break through. But you're different. You're not going to back down. You're going to push harder, because every challenge, every setback is just another opportunity to prove how bad you want it. This is your moment. This is your time to step up, to take control, to stop wishing and start doing. No more playing small, no more waiting for permission. 6 months of unstoppable, relentless, massive action, and I guarantee your life will never be the same. Your mind is the foundation of everything you do, every action you take, every decision you make, every limit you place on yourself. It all starts in your head. If you want to change your life, you have to start by changing the way you think, because let me tell you something. You are not your past, you are not your mistakes, and you are not the negative thoughts that try to hold you back. But if you keep thinking the same way, you will keep living the same way. Your beliefs shape your reality. If you believe you're not good enough, if you believe success is for other people, if you believe you're destined to struggle, guess what? You will prove yourself right every single time. Your mind is like a thermostat, and it will always regulate your life to match the level you believe you deserve. That's why some people stay stuck in the same cycle for years. It's not because they're not capable. It's because deep down, they don't believe they can have more, but you're about to change that. Reprogramming your mindset starts with awareness. You have to catch yourself in the moment when doubt creeps in, when fear tries to take over, when that little voice in your head says, you're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you're not worthy. You stop it right there. Because that voice, it's a lie. It's built from years of conditioning, from things people have told you, from failures you've held on to for too long, and it's time to let it go. Replace those thoughts with new ones that serve you, ones that push you forward instead of holding you back. Start telling yourself, I am capable, I am strong, I am worthy of success. Say it every day, write it down, speak it out loud until it becomes your truth, because the more you repeat it, the more your mind starts to believe it. And when your mind believes it, your actions follow. Your brain is a powerful tool, but you have to train it. Feed it with the right information. Read books that challenge you. Listen to people who inspire you. Surround yourself with success. Cut out the negativity, the news, the toxic people, the doubts. Because what you focus on, you attract. You want a better life? Focus on what's possible, not on what's holding you back. And this isn't just about motivation. This is science. Your brain literally rewires itself based on what you repeatedly think and do. That means every time you push past fear, every time you refuse to quit, every time you choose a positive thought over a negative one, you are reshaping your future. Won't happen overnight. There will be days when you slip back into old habits, when the doubt creeps in again. That's okay. Just don't stay there. Keep pushing. Keep reprogramming. Because once you change your mind, you change your entire life. And 6 months from now, you'll look back and wonder why you ever thought small. Your life is not shaped by the big decisions you make once in a while. It is shaped by what you do every single day. Your habits, those small, consistent actions, are either pushing you closer to your goals or keeping you stuck exactly where you are. And the truth is, success is not about talent, luck, or even motivation. It's about discipline. It's about mastering the tiny choices you make from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. Think about it. The most successful people in the world don't just stumble into greatness. They don't wake up and hope they feel motivated. They have systems, routines, and habits that set them up for success every single day. They don't rely on willpower. They rely on structure. They've conditioned themselves to take action whether they feel like it or not. Now, look at your own habits. Be honest. Are they serving you? Are they moving you forward, or are they holding you back? Because every action you take is either an investment in your future or a step further away from it. The way you start your day, the way you manage your time, the way you fuel your body, the way you talk to yourself, it all adds up. If you want to change your life in 6 months, you need to become intentional about your habits. Start by identifying the small changes that will make the biggest impact. Maybe it's waking up earlier. Maybe it's cutting out distractions. Maybe it's committing to 30 minutes of reading, exercising, or working on your goals every single day. Whatever it is, make it non-negotiable. No excuses, no skipping days. And here's the key. Your habits should be automatic. You should not have to think about them, debate them, or convince yourself to do them. They should be ingrained into your daily routine so deeply that they become as natural as brushing your teeth. Because when something becomes a habit, it no longer requires effort, it just becomes who you are. But listen, habits are not just about adding things. They're also about eliminating what's slowing you down. Look at your daily routine and cut the things that are stealing your time and energy. Scrolling on your phone for hours, watching mindless TV, procrastinating on the things you know you should be doing. Those things are costing you your future. Replace them with actions that actually move the needle forward. The beauty of habits is that they compound. At first, the changes might seem small, you might not see immediate results, but over time, those small changes build momentum. And suddenly, what seemed impossible before becomes effortless. Suddenly, you're thinking differently, acting differently, and achieving things you never thought you could. 6 months from now, you're not going to recognize yourself, but only if you start today, only if you master the habits that will take you there. Because the difference between success and failure isn't one big breakthrough, it's the small, consistent actions that no one sees. The question is, are you willing to put in the work when no one is watching? Because if you are, I guarantee your life will never be the same. The people you surround yourself with will either elevate you or pull you down. There is no in between. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That means if you're constantly around people who complain, doubt themselves, and settle for mediocrity, it will rub off on you. But if you surround yourself with people who are driven, ambitious, and committed to growth, you will naturally rise to their level. Look at your inner circle. Are the people around you pushing you forward or holding you back? Are they encouraging you to chase your dreams, or are they filling your mind with doubt and negativity? Because whether you realize it or not, their mindset is shaping yours. Their habits are influencing your habits. And if you're serious about changing your life, you have to be ruthless about who you allow in your space. It's not about cutting people off out of anger or resentment. It's about protecting your energy. If someone is constantly draining you, bringing negativity into your life, or making you feel small, you need to distance yourself. You cannot afford to be around people who don't believe in you, who don't challenge you to grow, or who make excuses for why they can't succeed, because eventually you will start making those same excuses for yourself. Instead, seek out people who inspire you, people who have achieved what you want to achieve, people who think bigger, dream bigger, and operate at a higher level. These are the people who will push you, who will hold you accountable, who will challenge you when you start slipping into old habits. If you don't have these kinds of people in your life right now, go find them. Join communities, attend events, read books from great minds, listen to mentors, even if they're virtual mentors through podcasts and videos. Surround yourself with their energy, their mindset, their strategies. The more you expose yourself to their way of thinking, the more it will become your own. And remember, it's not just about who you surround yourself with, it's also about who you become. If you want to attract high-level people into your life, you have to raise your own standards. Be someone who adds value, who lifts others up, who leads by example. Because when you operate at a higher level, you naturally attract people who do the same. 6 months from now, your circle should look different. You should be surrounded by people who challenge you, who inspire you, and who refuse to let you settle. Because when you surround yourself with the right people, your growth becomes inevitable. You rise to the level of your environment. Make sure that environment is one that fuels your success, not one that keeps you stuck. Discipline is the bridge between wanting something and actually achieving it. It is the difference between the people who succeed and the people who spend their whole lives talking about what they could have done. Because motivation will fail you. Motivation is based on feelings, and feelings change. Some days, you'll wake up ready to conquer the world. Other days, you won't even want to get out of bed. That's why discipline matters. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. The truth is, most people don't lack motivation, they lack discipline. They start strong, but the moment things get hard, the moment they don't see instant results, they quit. They say, I'll do it later, but later never comes. They make excuses, justify their inaction, and before they know it, another year has passed and nothing has changed. That stops now. If you want to transform your life in 6 months, you must develop an unshakable discipline that keeps you moving forward no matter what. Discipline starts with commitment. You have to decide right now that nothing will stop you. No excuses, no distractions, no negotiating with yourself. When you set a goal, it is non-negotiable. You don't wait until you feel like it. You don't ask yourself, do I want to do this today? No. You wake up and you execute. You stick to the plan, period. One of the best ways to develop discipline is to remove choice from the equation. If you give yourself too many options, you will always take the easy way out. That's why successful people create routines and stick to them religiously. They don't ask themselves if they should work out, they just do it. They don't debate whether they should wake up early, they just get up. They don't waste time deciding whether to take action, they take it. Make your habits automatic so there is no room for hesitation. But here's the reality. Discipline is uncomfortable. It requires sacrifice. It means saying no to things that feel good in the moment so you can achieve something greater in the future. It means getting up earlier, working harder, staying focused while everyone else is distracted. It means being consistent even when you don't see immediate results. Most people won't do this because they want the easy path, but that's why most people stay average. You're different. You're willing to do what others won't so you can live a life others can't. You have to train your mind to push through resistance. Every time you feel like quitting, every time you feel like taking the easy route, you have to remind yourself why you started. Remember the vision. Remember the future you're working toward, and then act accordingly. Because discipline isn't about how you feel in the moment. It's about who you want to become in the long run. In 6 months, you can either be in the exact same place you are now, or you can be unrecognizable, stronger, sharper, more focused than ever. And it won't be because you felt motivated every day. It will be because you had the discipline to show up, put in the work, and refuse to quit. That is what separates the winners from the rest. That is what will separate you from who you are today and who you are destined to become. Your limits are not real. They are illusions. Barriers created by fear, doubt, and past experiences. Every time you tell yourself, I can't, you are reinforcing a lie that is keeping you small. If you want to change your life in 6 months, you have to shatter those limits. You have to push beyond what you think you're capable of because your next level is waiting for you just beyond your comfort zone. Most people never realize their full potential because they stop the moment things get difficult. The moment they feel discomfort, they back down. They tell themselves, this is too hard, or I wasn't meant for this. But that's not the truth. The truth is your mind is always trying to keep you safe, to keep you in familiar territory. It's wired for survival, not success. And that means if you listen to it, you will always play small. You will always stay stuck in the same patterns, living the same life year after year. But you are stronger than that. You are capable of more than you realize. And the only way to prove it to yourself is to push past the point where you normally stop. When your body says, I can't go any further, you go further. When your mind says, I've done enough, you do more. When fear tries to convince you to back down, you step forward. That is where growth happens. That is where you find out who you really are. Pushing past your limits doesn't mean you won't feel fear. It doesn't mean you won't face obstacles. It means you refuse to let those things stop you. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of struggle is an opportunity to break through to the next level. Instead of seeing resistance as a sign to quit, see it as a sign that you're on the right track. Growth is supposed to be uncomfortable. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. And here's the thing, every time you push past a limit, you create a new standard for yourself. What once seemed impossible becomes your new baseline. The things that used to scare you become second nature. And before you know it, you are operating at a level you never thought possible. In 6 months, you won't even recognize yourself if you commit to this. But it won't happen if you keep playing it safe. It won't happen if you stop the moment things get uncomfortable. You have to be willing to go beyond, to test yourself, to prove to yourself that you are stronger, tougher, and more capable than you ever imagined. Because once you break through, once you realize there are no real limits, only the ones you've created, you will never go back to the old version of you. You will step into your power, you will unleash your full potential, and you will never settle for anything less than greatness again. Listen to me, 6 months from now, your life can look completely different. 6 months from now, you can be stronger, wiser, more disciplined, more successful than you've ever been, but it won't happen by accident. It won't happen by wishing for it, hoping for it, or waiting for the right moment. It will happen because you made a decision to commit, to push past your limits, to demand more from yourself than ever before. You have everything you need inside of you right now. You don't need permission. You don't need the perfect plan. You need to start. Start reprogramming your mindset. Start cutting out the excuses. Start breaking the old habits that are keeping you small. Start surrounding yourself with people who push you higher. Start being the kind of person who shows up no matter what. It won't be easy. There will be days when you want to quit. Days when your old self will try to pull you back into comfort, into laziness, into fear. But remember this, growth is supposed to be uncomfortable. Success is supposed to challenge you. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it, but they're not. That's why so many people stay stuck. That's why so many people live the same year over and over again, calling it a life. That's not going to be you. You're going to break the cycle. You're going to push through when others give up. You're going to stay disciplined when others get distracted. You're going to keep moving forward even when you don't feel like it. And 6 months from now, you're going to look back at this moment, the moment you decided to change, and realize it was the most powerful decision you ever made. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't overthink it. Get up, get moving, Take massive action, because in 6 months, your future self is either going to thank you or wonder why you didn't start today.